There are now loads of Xbox One games available, and deciding which ones to play can be difficult. Well, we can help with that as long as you stick till the end. Hello and welcome to League of Gamers. Join our community by hitting subscribe and clicking the bell button to receive notifications anytime we release a new video. If you're an Xbox gamer seeking to get the most out of your Xbox One, whether it's by playing multiplayer battle royale, jumping into an expedition, or gunning down monsters, this video is for you. Because today we'll count down the top 10 Xbox One games of 2021. Number 10. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Are you up for a serious challenge? Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice is the newest brutal action RPG from Dark Souls creator From Software, enabling you to meticulously cut your way through a mythical depiction of 16th century Japan filled with monster enemies out to destroy you. Sekiro detracts from the Dark Souls concept by allowing you to grapple hook from ledge to ledge and change between positions to catch your opponent off guard. Sekiro has been acclaimed as one of the greatest and most difficult From Software games so far this season, and there is no means to grind for better stats, only your ability will get you through. Nonetheless, there are methods to lessen the game's difficulty by carefully observing your surroundings and managing your limited skill set. Sekiro isn't impossible, it only appears that way at first. Number 9. Forza Horizon 4. Forza Horizon 4 is one of the greatest Xbox One games if you want to lay down the firearms and go behind the wheel. This game is the epitome of Playground Games' famous arcade racing series, unleashing players in a huge, wonderful, true-to-life recreation of Great Britain filled with fun things. Horizon 4 features shared world multiplayer which fills your game environment with actual gamers, as well as dynamic seasons, which require you to alter your racing strategies as the seasons change every week. Horizon 4 is more of an arcade racer than the Forza Motorsport series. However, it is still a competitive game with a vast open world to explore, hundreds of stunning vehicles to maneuver and learn, and a pounding soundtrack to accompany you on your different adventures. But like with each Horizon game, the main appeal of Horizon 4 is how awesome it feels to drive, whether you're executing outrageous stunt jumps or racing against your online friends. Everything in Forza Horizon 4 perfectly complements automotive culture and the people who love it, from the gorgeous range of vehicles to the insane battle royale mode and complex world map. Number 8. Cuphead. There is no other game that appears or runs like Cuphead. It incorporates the classic rubber horse animation style, which gives it a stunning and distinct aesthetic, and because each frame is hand-drawn, it is incredibly smooth to play. Cuphead is also a very tough game. Few recent experiences are as challenging to complete as this side-scrolling run-and-gun platform. If you have great talent, you might be capable of finishing this game without taking a hit. However, this would need a lot of work and patience. Nonetheless, Cuphead is definitely one of the greatest Xbox One games you can buy, with epic enemies, hilarious cutscenes, and a real challenge that will keep even the most experienced gamers engaged for some time. Number 7. Control. Control, Remedy Entertainment's 2019 dark horse, is an action-adventure with a twist. Players assume the role of Jesse Faden, a new director at the Federal Bureau of Control, or FBC, a secretive government agency tasked with researching and eventually controlling paranormal activities. However, Jesse's new duty comes with a few unexpected challenges, including the rise of a mysterious entity known only as the Hiss. As the protagonist, you were granted the director's job upon your arrival and must strive to get rid of the adversaries. You do this through the use of your special powers, which include telekinesis and mind control. Along with this, there is the service weapon, a one-of-a-kind pistol that can transform into a shotgun or even a machine gun. It adds to the thrill of Control's gameplay and promotes creativity. This paranormal story begins strange and only gets stranger. Control's ability to straddle various genres, both in movies and in video games, while still delivering a mind-bending plot reminiscent of True Detective and Twin Peaks, is nothing short of astounding. Number 6. Gears 5. Gears 5 certainly didn't disappoint after a long wait for a new Gears title. For the first time, players take on Kate Diaz, who is dealing with her mother's death, the entangled roots of her family tree, and personal issues. Meanwhile, humankind is under attack once more, this time by the Swarm, the Locust Horde's successor. Gears 5's epic storyline combines vehicle open-world adventure with the series' most thrilling and dynamic cover shooting yet. Gears 5 has become one of the greatest games in the series, with psychological horror themes woven throughout the plot and a massive variety of cooperative modes. The new Escape Game mode is fantastic for aggressive players, and the competitive multiplayer doesn't change anything that was practically flawless before. Number 5. Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is perhaps the greatest single-player FPS campaign you could play on the Xbox One. Set in a near-future world where Mars has been inhabited and advanced technology is widespread, you play as the Doomslayer. an interdimensional warrior whose sole purpose is to stop the powers of hell from taking over the universe. Doom Eternal builds on Doom's iconic legacy. It's a fast-paced first-person shooter in which every move counts. As you shred and tear your way around the universe, the large range of enemies, locations, and weapons encourages you to be creative with your playstyle. While there are more sophisticated shooters with better storylines on the Xbox One, Doom Eternal remains the ultimate FPS on Xbox One with its commitment to pure destruction and thrilling action. Number 4. Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2 is, predictably, the sequel to the first Dishonored. While the stealth meets magical powers and frantic first-person action concept remains, the game may now be played from two different perspectives: Corvo Attano from the first game and Empress Emily Caldwin from the second. Both have unique abilities that let players navigate the game's inventive missions and locations in new ways and eliminate targets in interesting ways. Or you could just choose not to use any powers or kill anyone. The immersive sim aspect of Dishonored 2 allows you to fulfill tasks in almost any manner you see applicable. The previous game's setting and level design were terrific, but Dishonored 2 just takes it to another level, with the Clockwork Mansion and Crack in the Slab being notable highlights. Even if you aren't a fan of stealth games, Dishonored 2 is worth taking a look at for its sheer diversity, design, and unique entertainment style. Number 3. Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 sets the standard for open-world action games by immersing you in a delightful, dynamic depiction of the Wild West in which everything is interactive, and your choices have consequences. Red Dead 2 is a prequel to the first game that puts you in charge of the captivating, complicated Arthur Morgan, who must frequently choose between doing the right thing and being loyal to his gang. As the game proceeds, you'll notice more and more references to Red Dead Redemption, most of which reinforce the original game's plot. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a once-in-a-generation encounter and undoubtedly one of the finest Xbox One games available, thanks to its theatrical storyline and jaw-dropping visuals, as well as a large, varied game environment that allows you to fish, ride horses, and engage in epic Western gunfights. Number 2. The Witcher 3. Is it your thing to battle mythical monsters like dragons and wraiths? Do you enjoy embarking on epic journeys that offer unimaginable riches? How would you want to handle a love triangle, star in a play, decide the destiny of a war-torn nation, and face off against an unstoppable villain who has tormented you for 2 games and counting? The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is the game for you. Its vast open-world landscapes are impressive in terms of scope and density. Each vast territory is strewn with huge creatures to fight, enticing mysteries to solve, and personal stories to unravel. One of the most remarkable production values in gaming history, it features a strong voice cast, an original soundtrack, as well as visually stunning graphics and a plot with more branches than you could throw a stick at. This is a game that will raise the bar for open-world adventures for years ahead. Number 1. Grand Theft Auto 5. It's still hard to beat Grand Theft Auto 5's massive, highly detailed map. Not only is it massive, but it's also crammed with awesome content. As a result, it's an almost perfect game. There's not too much you can't do in GTA 5, which combines a decent single-player plot and anarchy simulator with an immensely entertaining multiplayer environment to race, blow up, and unleash hell in. You can complete heist missions alongside your pals if you want to. You are free to go hunting in the woods. Everything is on the table if you're gonna drive around in the game's enormous fleet of cars on custom tracks that closely mimic roller coasters more than highways. Whatever happens, you can always wind off the day with a classic GTA rampage. Now you've got loads of games to choose from, the next hard thing to do is picking the first one to play with. Good luck with that, and that's all for today's video. Don't forget to leave us a like, share, and comment down below. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.